What is one of the things that can absolutely ruin your tennis experience? Injuries. And I'm not necessarily talking about huge traumatic ones, for instance, like the ones that I had with my shoulder that completely stopped me from playing tennis professionally. But I'm talking more about those little pains and niggles that, for instance, make you afraid to fully swing or move in a certain way. Those are really the ones that take the joy out of playing tennis. And I'm having that conversation with my clients a lot, especially the ones where I can see, obviously, that there's some kind of smaller limitation. And a lot of times I do get the argument, well, I'm only playing once or twice a week and I don't have as much time. And I think in their minds, when I'm saying that you should maybe do some off-court work, they're thinking about spending a ton of time in a gym. You have to go to a gym. The exercises are super difficult and you actually need a trainer to do those things. And that's actually not what I mean. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of fairly short routines that anybody can do before and also after tennis that help you take care of your body, especially when you don't have that much time and or you only play once or twice a week. The first set of exercises are mobility exercises, and that is usually contrasted with flexibility, which concerns the lengthening of muscles. Mobility involves the entire joint and the surrounding structures, and the ability of that joint to move freely through its range of motion. It's all about moving freely, easily, and most importantly, pain-free. How often should you do these types of exercises? Ideally, once or twice a day. Definitely before your primary exercise that you're doing that day, your tennis session for instance, but let's say you're a tournament player and you have 2 matches, you're trying to do those mobility exercises each time before you step on court. And quite honestly, you can do these types of exercises every single day, just as a matter of a daily routine to just feel better. The exercise that I'm about to show you now, you're going to try to do 2 sets of each of those exercises, and you're doing them for 25 seconds. First one, you know that one. Downward dog. To, I believe, up dog. I should know that. I have 3 dogs. And yeah, I can feel that already. Next is the world's greatest stretch. And yep, I can tell you, I really need all of these. And of course, we're doing both sides. Obviously, none of this should hurt, but it can be a little uncomfortable. That's okay. For the next one, you can use any kind of rubber band. I'm using a pull rope, or you can actually also use a racket. The next one is forward fold with a twist. So just walking your fingers over, and you're trying to get a little bit deeper into this twist on this side of whose foot you are, basically. This is always a fun one. Wide stance, weight shifts. And of course, all these movements you're doing slowly and with control. Next one is thread the needle. And that is one of my least favorite ones, which means I have to do that the most. Don't forget to switch sides. Forward fold into a ball, vertebrae by vertebrae, and yeah, that's another one. I call that pretzel and de-pretzeling. I'm not sure exactly what the correct exercise name is, but it's definitely also something that I need to do a whole lot of. Last one for now, in the shade, yay. Just a forward fold basically against a wall here. And I definitely feel it right here, opening up the side body there a little bit and the shoulders, chest. Now, if you're wondering where I have these exercises from, I don't claim to be a fitness or tennis and strength and conditioning expert. And that is why I'm actually working with the experts in that field. Tennisfitness.com, that is Giselle and Nathan Martin, and they have been training players like Leighton Hewitt, Martina Navratilova, and several #1 players in the world. And I honestly wish I would have had the ability or the chance to work with experts like them when I played. Tennisfitness.com has a bunch of programs that are tailored to very specific needs. And if you're looking for instructions that tell you exactly how to do these exercises with videos, give you workout plans so you know exactly what to do when and how long, then tennisfitness.com is the answer for you. And if you use the link down below, you actually get 10% off. Now let's get flexible, flexible. I want to be flexible. Okay. Flexibility refers to the ability of a joint, the muscles, and the connective tissue to move freely within its range of motion. And we're concerning ourselves with lengthening the muscles, and we're doing that in static stretches. So we're just holding the stretches, and this time you're doing the exercises twice through again, but you're holding them for 30 seconds. Working on flexibility is a matter of consistency. You just have to do it on a regular basis. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything. But the benefits, of course, are that when you're on court and you're flexible, you greatly reduce the risk of straining or even tearing something. As opposed to the mobility exercises, you're doing the flexibility exercises after exercise. During tournaments, for instance, you're stretching after each match. If you play a match, you do it after each match. Or if you just have one session that day, after that session, whether it's a lesson, a match, or just hitting session. You want to form habits. I'll start with the most problematic one for me. I always put something under my knee here just to cushion that a little bit. Grab hold of your ankle, and you just statically hold this. And go to the end of your range of motion there. Again, it shouldn't hurt, but this is uncomfortable. But that's when I know it's good. And of course, we're switching sides. And in the meantime, I'm broadening my vocabulary of Spanish cuss words. Here's a bunch of guys playing padel. Supported side reach. So you're just standing next to a wall, and you definitely will feel that. This is great, especially after you served a lot. The next one is the runner's stretch, or I know it as figure 4 because this here is now an inverted figure 4, and whatever it's called, it's doing its thing. Switching sides. And you will absolutely feel that right here. And we know, of course, how much we need our high knees in tennis. Okay, next stretch. I call that frog stretch. I don't know, I know that still from juniors when we did stretch. And it really seems that although I've been doing this stretch my entire life, it really has not gotten that much better. I guess that's what they call leaning into your discomfort. I'm leaning into it. Another hip stretch. The great thing, even when these stretches are a little uncomfortable, you know that it's the last thing of your practice. And if you want to have more tips on how to stay injury-free and enjoy our great sport of tennis without any pain, go and check out this video here. There are more strategies that you can use, and again, you don't have to be a world-class player to take care of your body.